Hello and welcome back to Stationeers. It's been a while, but I thought that we would take another look at the current progress of the terrain update. I have been really busy working on new tutorials for the game. I'll put a link in the description below where you can find them over on the Discord in the tutorials section. So far I've created one for the furnace basics and how to set up an airlock. I'm going to be working on a manufacturing one, kind of in the middle of that one right now. So yeah, I hope you'll check those out. But in the meantime, let's hop into a world. So as of this morning, they actually added a new Mars terrain. The lunar terrain, or the moon terrain, is the way they want it. They said that they might have to tweak a few things here and there, but it is mostly stable. So if you wanted to create a new game on the beta branch, the moon is safe. Europa is a work in progress. They have completed their first and I believe their first and second passes on Europa, and now they're kind of toying with Mars. But we'll take a look at all of those. Anyway, let's hop down into the moon. We'll go ahead and do just a creative game. Just that way we can jetpack around and check things out. Gravity still works pretty nicely on the moon. So there are multiple spawn locations now, so you won't always start here. This actually looks really cool. Yeah, they have done a lot of really great work on this. Let's go ahead and hop up. So the terrain is more I guess more lifelike now. Before we had, you know, just little craters everywhere, but now these are actually like, you know, look like craters, which is fantastic. So we're kind of in this like little ridge thing. Not a good place to start a base, obviously because of the, you know, the sun angle, unless it's going to go overhead, which kind of looks like it is. So that's actually kind of cool. Yeah, we have craters and craters, craters on rims. Just overall, I think that the new terrain looks absolutely fantastic. Go ahead and head back on down, and it does still have that nice curvature, which kind of makes the world feel a little bigger than it is. We've got nice rocky texture. It does still look a little flat, but for what it is, it's not bad. All right, let's go ahead and bust out a mining tool here. I know they've done some work on the way the geometry was on the mining, and I haven't actually checked it out, so let's check it out together. See how that looks. Before, it would leave these really jagged faces, really a faceted look. You can still kind of see it, but it looks much more natural now. It's not quite as pronounced. I mean, you can see it kind of here, like that's a triangle. Triangle there. Excuse the construction in the background if you can hear it. So yeah, while it is still faceted in a way, it is a lot better. And then also you'll notice that you have a crust texture, and then as you get deeper you'll actually encounter other textures for more of like a deeper type of material, I guess you could say. So notice as the texture changes from a loose rocky regolith look to a more, I guess you could say, almost solid look. Okay, overall, I am really excited about the moon. So let's hop on over to Europa and we'll get that checked out. Alright, here we are on the snowy world of Europa. It is still a nice crisp minus 140°C. So recently they have changed the snow texture to this more of a like a blowy looking snow with ripples. which looks pretty good. It's not quite as blue, which I appreciate, because before it used to look like ice. Like even the normal terrain was just ice, even though it wasn't ice. Distance textures are still pretty faceted, but I guess most of the time you wouldn't see them because you'd be, you know, down in there or something. It looks like we have big snow plains. And some big rocky mountains. Now they are going to be changing the maps a bit so that they are not, they have like different biomes and stuff is kind of a planned idea for them. So we might be in like a little bit of a mountain range at the moment. There might be an even more mountainy area with greater like spires that are like more, maybe thinner. Or obviously the you know, the flat plain, so you kind of can choose where you want to start your base and whatnot. Deep mining might eventually go to more of a region-based system, so you'll find certain ores more prevalent in certain areas of the map, so it'll encourage the exploration of the world. But overall, it's looking really good. Let's head on back down and check out the terrain. So the texture of the terrain may change because I believe they're still working on this map. It is not quite finished yet, but I think they're getting to the finalization stage of it. This texture looks really kind of just dull and not a whole lot going on with it, so that may still change as they're working on the art assets for it. Let's head on down and see if we can't so this is the crust. Let's mine on a part with both of these different textures. See if that changes anything. That's a nice little blend together. Here we go. Now we have the Europa blue. We're in creative mode. What am I doing? There we go. So now we can kind of see the different texture. Ooh, that is sucking me in. I don't want to be in the hole. It's like mining on Venus. Alright, and here we are on Mars. So the texture is pretty subdued. Wow. I am liking this. So we certainly did not have this kind of a height variation before in the maps and all the procedural ones, so these handcrafted maps are going to be much more fun to explore. Granted, they're not, you know, infinite, but this system loads the entire map in one shot, so it's much more performant than the other one, versus the infinite ones. they would load as much map as you had explored, but it would always be in memory. So if you explored a lot, then that would always be in the memory, and it would drastically overinflate your saves and cause major performance issues. Whereas here, the terrain is known, it's all pre-loaded, it's all pre-adjusted. Oh wow. Just overall a much better system. Oh. Mountain base, anybody? My goodness. Let's go check out what's over this hill over here. This looks like a giant crater of some kind. Now keep in mind that this is just a test for the Mars map. I mean, this is literally just put in this morning just for them to, for the map maker to kind of look at it and for them to make design decisions off of as a test. So this may not change, or sorry, this may not stay the same. Everything you see here is subject to change on the Mars map. Which I do hope for, because that texture is not so good. But I do like that there are different color variations and seams and stuff in everything. But this is looking really cool. I'm really excited about this terrain update. It's just going to be so much better to make different vistas and stuff for your bases and cool areas to set up the shop at. But anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this quick view of the work in progress of the terrain. I hope you are excited as I am about it. And but I will see you all in the next one. See you later, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I see you, sneaky cobalt. Or defined. We got a Phobos or Deimos over there.